Hello everyone, welcome to Sounds of Her Love 2. Yes, that is right, this is the sequel to the Assan's very popular Sounds of Her Love, and I know there's a lot of Ceri fans out there. I'm not sure if you knew, but yes, there is a sequel and it is out today. This was developed and published by the Assan's in cooperation with ebi-hime, another great developer, and this was released on June 20th, 2025. Let's go ahead and start the game because I know you are eager to see more. Music club rules. Write your name on the chalkboard, please. Limit your name to 9 letters. Thanks. Have fun playing Sounds of Love 2. Welcome to Music Club. Our newest member is... Was our name the default name? The first game is Satoru? I think it was Satoru. What's a hero? Wait, was Satoru default name for chemically bonded? Yeah, that was chemically bonded. Let's go with hero again. Alright, I think I just used my name though. Let's just use our name. Let's go with the channel canon. Something is ringing. Why won't it stop? My hand limply reaches down towards the noise, but I can't seem to locate it. Must be in my other pocket. I sense something rigid at my fingertips. My phone. It's ringing. I pull it out of my pocket, only to carelessly toss it from one hand to the other, as if it didn't cost over 100,000 yen. Well, it's not like I was the one who paid for it anyway. That honor goes to my parents. Who could be calling this early in the morning? Instinctively, though, I already know the answer. The reason I had gotten out of bed to begin with. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had much of a reason to be walking to school this breezily in the first place. Ceri. The reliably sheepish, timid girl that I've been lucky enough to fall in love with. Well, perhaps luck isn't the right word. Those feelings didn't come about by chance, but I do feel lucky having her by my side. It's hard to believe that it's only been 8 months since we first started dating. The time we spent together flashes through my mind. I need to start thinking seriously about our future. Oh! Hi, Ceri. That was smooth. We see our hand now. I remember the first game was just a floating phone. And I see that we're still using DS-Net Pro. Well, we did get a new phone though. And yeah, look at this cute art. Ceri, made by Kimiyoto-san. And it's good to hear Amber voicing Ceri again. Some things, though, are hard to change. Ceri?
I'm not going to be at school today.
What? No good morning for?
I was getting to that part.
You're suddenly taking your time.
Good morning.
We haven't seen each other for a while, so being able to tease her again like this is nice.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
What do you mean? We're texting almost every day.
Since we last saw each other. You idiot.
She's right though. The last 2 weeks she has been back in Wales visiting family. Oh, she's away. At least on her father's side, that is. It'd be nice to see her again. It'd be so easy to admit that I had been missing her, of course, and no doubt she feels the same. But it is fun to toy with her. So, I'm guessing your flight got delayed?
Yeah. But I'm home now. It's just... It was a long flight.
I bet. Purely on distance, I'd say it was half a world away. Though I haven't exactly kept up with my geography homework as of late. So what you're saying is... my precious little Ceri can't be barred to get out of bed to see your handsome, sexy boyfriend? It's hard not to cringe at myself when saying it like that.
It's not like that.
But Ceri still seems to take the bait. So I'm not sexy then?
No, you're not.
Oof.
I didn't fall in love with you for your inflated ego.
There. Wow, that's a little harsh. I try my best to fake a sense of sadness, but Ceri doesn't take any of it this time.
You're just teasing me anyway. You always do.
She's so adorable. She huffs.
I'll come over yours later anyway. Okay?
Seems like she's really taken my teasing to heart. It's okay, I'd rather you rest in all honesty.
Of course, but... I want to see you too.
Well, I won't stop her.
Anyway, I should probably go. You're on your way to school, right?
Yeah. I'd almost forgotten. It's soon to be one of the last times, too. With spring slowly coming to a close, it won't be long until we graduate. It's funny, we first met on a leisurely, otherwise unremarkable early morning walk just like this one. Now this dropping her library and counts as remarkable, and it probably should, since I wouldn't have spoken to her otherwise. It comes such a long way since. Although she's not here in person, well, somewhat close. Given her house is only a stone's throw away, we're still here together. I'll see you later, Ceri.
Bye-bye.
The day comes around as expected. Without Ceri, I find nothing else to do besides take an aimless walk down the corridor, now that lessons have finished for the morning. The cheery chatter of my classmates now oddly familiar after having the past year to settle in. It's kinda sad that this all comes to an end soon as the season passes. Being by myself doesn't do much to help but exacerbate this feeling of melancholy. She's only been away for a fortnight, but somehow today feels just as lonely as the day she'd left. The suspense of seeing her tonight only serves to hang above my head as I crawl through the school day. At least I have the canteen's food to look forward to. Are we getting the Welsh beef sandwiches again? Although I'm not exactly hungry. I continue walking down. I flinch in a quick attempt to step backwards. But it's not enough to avoid a sudden bump as I meet the person in front of me head on. As a cliched escapes her, the girl steps back in shock as the two of us take a fleeting moment to stare at each other in confusion. The moment is quickly broken as she descends into an apologetic flurry, clasping her hands together sorrowfully. Despite me being mostly to blame.
Sorry!
I wonder who this one is. I do like her design. I like the brown hair with the gray eyes. And the hairpin. She's very cute. Her stutter is oddly reminiscent of a certain someone as she takes to the floor. It takes me a couple of blinks to spot the scattered heap of papers strewn around her feet as she gathers them. Do you need a hand? I join her kneeling down and begin to collect the papers.
No, it's okay. It's my fault. I wasn't paying attention.
I insist. Continue gathering the sheets, taking care to stack them gently into our own piles. At this level, it's easier to get a better look at her face. I don't recognize her, but it's hard to say I should, given I've only been a student here the best part of a year. Brown hair sweeps gently past her cheeks, ending in a neatly cut bob just shy of her neck. There's something cute about it, in an odd way. As much as I shouldn't be thinking of her like that, not that anyone could be carrying that front, her innocent nature is somehow charming. Breaking out of my daze, or rather beginning another one, I look down at one of the flyers in my hand. The music club? It looks handmade, blasted in crude but cute drawings of the usual musical ensemble. A flute, violin, another flute-looking instrument, and a harp.
That's right.
You made these yourself?
Well, not just me.
Evidently. Each seat, though strikingly similar, carries its own personality. All are adorned with the words Music Club, Emergency Notice in large bubbly letters front and center. I'm besotted by their colorful designs. She's clearly put a lot of effort into these.
Yeah. We're looking for someone to join us. We're supposed to play at the graduation ceremony, but our harpist had to head home last minute. It's a shame she'll miss graduation.
That's right. As an international school, it makes sense for things like this to crop up at the end of the year, conflicting schedules and the like. You said harpist, right?
Yep. Do you play?
Oh no, I don't, sorry. But do you mind if I take one? As much as I can get my hopes up, it might be nice to see what Ceri's thoughts are. It seems a bit convenient, really. With graduation on the horizon, it would be nice for her to have a positive memory of school to leave with. Besides meet you, is what I imagine her saying.
Sure, go ahead.
I take a flyer, fold it up, and slide it into my pocket as we continue to pick up the remaining loose sheets. It doesn't take as long to finish. I hand her what I've managed to collect, a far fewer amount than her given my distraction, and she smiles.
We're done.
She proclaims enthusiastically, holding the stack of paper close to her chest.
Thanks again.
Oh, that's right, we haven't introduced ourselves yet. It's Far.
That's a nice name.
Thanks.
I'm Nonaka Ibaraki, but Nonaka is fine.
Nonaka Ibaraki. Alright, Nonaka, you're cute. Ceri's very adorable, but I think I might be finding a new favorite. Guess we'll have to see the rest of the cast. Nonaka, huh? It's a little casual, but I'll roll with it.
Thanks again.
Nonaka nods lightly before gathering herself and looking back at me with a warm smile. It wasn't a problem. Guess I'll see you around.
You're right. Lunch is almost over.
She clasps her hands together once again, almost determined. before trying off in the opposite direction. Who knows if I'll see her again? It's best to see what Ceri thinks of it all before we get to that point. The evening quickly rolls around, and just as I had longed for, I find myself eating dinner with Ceri and my family as we'd agreed. 2 weeks might not be all that long in the grand scheme of things, but the sweetness of seeing her again can't be understated. She lets her hair flow loosely over her shoulders. She must not have had time to do her braids since getting back, and wears a simple white one-piece dress. That's graced by a touch of chocolate-colored fabric around the neckline, waist, and wrists, a little added flair. She sports it quite frequently, so she must be fond of it. As we tuck into our food and a bit of cordial conversation between bites, well, as cordial as it can get for my family, the topic of music club comes up after I mention it to Ceri.
Huh? Music club?
Hi, Ceri. You look wonderful. She looks back at me with a puzzled expression and holds her fork up to her mouth in a daze. It's a cute sight. A look of confusion plays about her face while she's frozen in the moment, hanging on to the silence as she searches for words.
I didn't even know we had a music club.
I didn't know we had a music club either. I thought that room was just used by the school's orchestra. That was until my very unique introduction to it earlier today. It seems like the orchestra and the music club are two separate things. You're not the type to join a club anyway. She pouts, and it's a quick reaction to boot. It's not surprised that she has a little to no awareness of it. She did spend around a year being homeschooled, so any and all club activities she'd probably be pretty clueless about. And her first year in school, from what she described, wasn't exactly pleasant. I couldn't imagine her hanging around much after hours back then. It's not like I knew about the club either, so I can't blame her.
If I'm not the type, then why show me?
Good point. She hands me back the flyer, passing it across the table while she peers at me with an expectant stare. I just thought you'd be interested. You play the harp, right? She furrows her brow further in the shade of her dismay.
We've been dating for 8 months. You know I play the harp.
Good point. Again. Right. I guess times like these call for drastic measures. How do I know without proof? I've never seen you play with my own eyes. I'm not one to accuse my girlfriend of lying, but it's fun to tease her like this. Ceri pouts again. This is becoming almost routine for her. Huh, as opposed to someone else's eyes? Having largely ignored our conversation until now, which is sweet in itself, my father chimes in loudly. For a girl as meek as Ceri, it was a surprise to see how quickly she became accustomed to this booming voice. In the early days of our relationship, she joked back every time he spoke. So, you two lovebirds have reached the argument stage, huh?
It's not like that.
You're giving these two the wrong impression of relationships. Shouldn't you know better? What with those books you've been publishing? And on cue, my mother joins the conversation with one of her classic put-downs. Feels nostalgic for all of us to be together again. Still, my mother's right. Though it might not seem like it, he does read the books that he publishes. Heck, it wasn't even all that long ago that I recommended and gave me one of his books for Ceri to read. Perhaps without him, Ceri and I wouldn't be together. Nah. Although I will give him some credit. See? What did I tell you, boy? My parents continue to argue as Ceri finishes up her food. She slowly brings her fork away from her lips before gently curling them into a smile as her eyes meet mine.
You never asked. I'll show you.
She places her cutlery neatly on her plate as she stands up while still maintaining her focus on me all the while. Show me what? I return the look, somehow taken aback by her newfound confidence, before slowly peering away and finding myself entranced by her presence. Having not seen one another in a while, it's been quite some time since I've taken her in like this. Did you bring your harp? She really is beautiful. Damn, now I'm the nervous one.
The harp.
Oh, right. Well, she's not wrong. I've never once asked to see her play. Perhaps I should have, for how long we've been dating. So, you're gonna show me?
That's what I just said. But it'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's something to look forward to, at least. A solo performance. Just for me. Oh, you're leaving, Ceri? My parents break away from their exchange, having taken notice of Ceri's imminent departure. For all their bickering, I'm surprised they weren't the ones to get a divorce. Not that I'd say that to Ceri, of course.
I am. Thanks for having me.
Don't mention it. You're always welcome in this house, love. Love? So I needs to keep this boy in check? Ceri giggles, bringing her hands to her mouth to hide her embarrassment. Maybe she keeps me in check after all. It's a slow walk down the hall as I see her to the door, the two of us clinging onto the next time spent together. Ceri stands in the doorway, brushes her hair, and smiles.
Thanks for having me too.
Do I really need to be thanked for that?
It's just that seeing you again was nice.
Her smile grows as the blush on her cheeks deepens. The sight alone is enough to warm my heart, yet those added words fuel the scorching flame inside me. The burning feelings of love and the woes of saying our goodbyes. At least this time it's just for the night. Are you sure you don't want me to walk you home? She pouts. I guess that's a no.
I'm not as fragile as you think I am. I'll see you tomorrow.
I look forward to it. I really will. With that, Ceri takes her leave, giving me yet another smile and a tender wave as she sets off into the glow of the evening. Seeing her again really was nice. The following day, I find myself heading down the street, a familiar walk towards Ceri's house. The evening sun lights the sky with an orange warmth, and my body casts a subtle shadow across the ground. Each step I take is full of anticipation. She must have needed the afternoon to prepare herself. It is Ceri after all. I wouldn't put it past her to make a big fuss about it. Although that said, I am too. The fuzzy feeling rising in my chest doesn't lie. This would be my first time seeing her perform. I really should have asked her sooner. The feeling of regret is one that lands firmly, part of me that was so focused on enjoying her own company somehow overlooked such an important hobby of hers. As much as I like to dwell on it, the feeling of hitting myself is hard to shake. The best chance to make up for it is now. I should let her know I'm on the way. I'm on my way. Can't you walk a bit slower, please? I thought you wanted to show me the harp. I do. I just want to be sure I do it right. I'm not going to judge you. It's cuter if you mess up, lol. Aw, that's cute. On that note, I slide my phone back into my pocket. Moments like these make me spite technology. I'm not able to see her cutesy reactions. I'm sure it was cute, but well, it won't be long until I see her. Then I'll be able to tell for sure. After all, she only lives a few streets away. That girl on my doorstep. I arrive at her house on time and gently knock on the door, awaiting an answer. I'm sure Ceri's father is used to see me calling over by now. Ceri herself even more so. This place has essentially become my second home, a second family even. Knowing what her father's like, he must have found some comfort in the fact that I get along so well with him. As I go in for the second knock, the door gently opens. However, it wasn't who I expected to answer.
Oh, you're here early.
Early? Could've sworn I got here on time. You just want more time to practice, don't you? I can see right through her. So, where's your dad? It's typical for him to greet me at the door with a wide smile. Only for me to hear Ceri's hurried footsteps as she skulls down the stairs. Not that I can't complain about seeing her here a fraction earlier. She stands in the doorway, draped in white as she flaunts her signature reddened cheeks.
He's still at work. It's just us.
Oh.
Don't get too excited.
I can't help it, Ceri. That's not what I was thinking. She's certainly gotten bolder. It's been a while since Ceri and I have spent time alone outside of school. With our exams on the horizon, there's scant chance for many dates lately. I guess every relationship has lulls like this. Can't always be on the offensive when it comes to romance. Ceri turns, heading inside. She takes me by the arm and she leads me upstairs, tightening her grip as her hand slides down to my wrist. Despite her slight jitteriness, if there's any confirmation of how much she's grown, this is it. Ceri finally takes my hand as she leads me toward and through an otherwise innocuous door at the height of the stairs. She smiles gently, her eyes meeting mine as she looks back, anticipating my reaction.
So, here it is.
In an otherwise barren room filled with strewn boxes and household tidbits stands a rather grandiose wooden harp. Its strings glitter in the sunlight almost mystically, luring in my gaze, almost like Ceri, really. Well, it's a harp, just like the school's logo.
You don't seem that impressed. The harp is the national instrument of Wales, after all.
I didn't know that Wales could play music. Ceri huffs.
You're not taking this seriously, are you?
I'm only teasing. Well, it's true that I'm excited to finally see her play the harp. In all honesty, I'd be just as happy to watch her play the triangle. Ceri is Ceri after all. Yes, indeed she is.
Well,
Ceri lowers herself, sitting down on a small, padded stool beside the harp.
is there anything you want me to play?
I'm not sure, Ceri. I don't know any songs to the harp. Imagine, like most instruments, the harp could cover many songs. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh, right. Then I'll play you one of my favorites.
Okay. She takes a deep breath, rubbing herself as she steadies her hands. Her hands gracefully hover above the strings of the harp, inching themselves into a state of tranquility as she prepares to take her next steps. And so, Ceri plays the harp. Her fingertips trace the strings, plucking them gently as the notes resonate through the room melodiously. It's captivating. She's almost completely different from how I normally know her. It's a stark contrast with the skittish, spectacled girl I've grown to love. A side to her I'm yet to know. She's in her element. It's hard not to savor this moment of beauty as she continues playing with the evening sun gently holding her cheeks. Every step taken with full confidence as her sound filled the room. It's a shame this can't last forever. Ceri looks up, pausing in between notes as she finally notices my presence. It looks like I startled her. I take back what I said about the triangle. Not that I said it aloud in the first place. That certainly was special. A warm reddish glow flares up on her face as she stares back in my direction, as if to study me, frozen like a deer caught in headlights. She musters up the courage to continue playing, but it's clear she's too flustered to concentrate. Her once euphonic sound now filled with a mistuned sense of embarrassment. She wouldn't be Ceri otherwise. It's okay. That was beautiful. It really was.
You really think so?
It's a cliched response, but it's something I've come to respect. Those sweet, subtle characteristics of hers that set her apart. That's what I love about her. Of course. You were right. I should have asked sooner. I regret not taking much interest until now. For someone as timid as she is, I'm happy we're going so close to share these moments together. Even if it's been long overdue.
About the music club. You really want me to go, right?
I mean...
There's no use trying to hide it.
It's not a surprise that, after so long, she knows all about my mannerisms too. Only if you want to. She takes a moment to pause, holding on to the same red-tinted expression from earlier.
It wouldn't hurt to check it out.
She smiles sweetly as the words come out. I really don't give her enough credit. With that, pleasant evening comes to an end. All that's left now is to look forward to what tomorrow brings.